Number 4, Natalie Portman has come out in favor of defunding the police. Very brave stuff, extremely heroic. Here's what she said on Instagram. She said, when I first heard hashtag defund the police, I have to admit my first reaction was fear. My whole life, police have made me feel safe. But that's exactly the center of my white privilege. The police make me, as a white woman, feel safe, while my black friends, family, and neighbors feel the opposite. Police make them feel terror, and for good reason. Police are the 6th leading cause of death of black men in this country. These are not isolated incidents. They are patterns and part of the system of over-policing of black Americans. Reforms have not worked. Minneapolis, where George Floyd was murdered, is one of the most progressive police forces in the country, having undergone extensive anti-bias training. I've gotten to the age in my life where if my gut feels uncomfortable, I take the situation as wrong. But this concept initially made me uncomfortable because I was wrong. Because the system that makes me feel uncomfortable is wrong. Okay, because the system that makes me feel comfortable is wrong. Okay, she's saying, if I felt comfortable with it as a white person, then I would know that it's wrong. Here's what she's saying, that I know my gut instinct is wrong because I'm white. My God. Have some self-respect. Get a hold of yourself. What the hell is wrong with you people? Well, I know because I'm white, I can't trust anything I think. I am just scum. I am dirt. Whatever I think must be wrong. Of course, much of what she said here is completely wrong. She says that police are the 6th leading cause of death for black men in this country. That's false. Not true. Here are the top 6 leading causes of death for black men in this country, according to the CDC. Heart disease, cancer, unintentional injury, homicide, stroke, and diabetes. Police are not on the list. So that is simply false. Totally false. She says these are not isolated incidents. They are. George Floyd is an isolated incident. There were 9 unarmed black men killed by police last year. In a country of 330 million, I would call that an isolated incident. Yeah. I mean, that's almost as isolated as it can get. And then, but here's the real irony here. She says that because of her privilege, because she is aware of her privilege, she is supporting defund the police. But no, that is a very privileged point of view. She is an extremely wealthy woman living in a very rich neighborhood. I'm assuming a gated community. She can afford personal security. I guarantee she has personal security when she goes out and about. So she's not going to be affected by this. You want to talk about privilege? You as a rich person who can afford around-the-clock, 24-hour personal security, very few people can afford that. You can. So you as a rich person saying, yeah, let's defund the police. Let's take the police out of these poor communities. So that mothers and families are going to have nobody to call in the event of them being victims of crime. You want to talk about privileged? That's the privileged perspective. If you want to defy your privilege or take a position contrary to your privilege, then you would say that, hey, listen, even though I'm rich and I can afford personal security, I know most people can't. And so that's why I support the police, because by and large, in the vast majority of cases, they are protecting people, black, white, or otherwise. And I think that poor people in these communities deserve to be protected. They deserve to have law enforcement. They shouldn't be, I don't want to see these communities burned to the ground and in the grips of chaos and anarchy. I don't want to see it. Even though it doesn't affect me, because I'm rich, I don't want to see it. So if you really cared about seeing past your privilege, that would be the position you would take. Thank you for tuning in to the Daily Wire, one of the fastest growing conservative outlets in the entire country. If you enjoyed this video, be sure to give it a like and then subscribe to our YouTube channel so you don't miss out on any of our content.